Hey guys, Ivan is here, and today we're going to chat about the real estate market in the Toronto and the GTA areas, what happened in the month of June, and what it means for both the buyers and the sellers. So if you're watching the news even a little bit, you should by now know that we're undergoing some uncertain times across all the aspects of our economy, tied to the war in Ukraine, supply chain disruptions, higher inflation, higher interest rates that are promised to be hiked up even more, and even some talks about the recession. The real estate market is not an exception at all. In fact, last June, there were 41% less sales when compared to June 2021. The average selling price across all asset types is also declining quite significantly, although we're still up 5.3% year over year. We're down 14% when compared to February, which was the all-time high. This drop in prices is actually illustrated better if we're comparing the average selling prices, which was in February 1,330,000 to June's average selling price, which was 1,146,000. So the change is quite significant here. As a result, we find ourselves in a situation where listings take longer to sell, while new inventory make its way on the market much slower. And that obviously is really good for the buyers. Buyers right now have a lot more options to choose from and less competition. So let's go over the numbers real quick, and we'll start with Toronto, and we're going to start with the annual price changes, so year over year. And for detached houses, we're looking at 2% increase in price. The sales dropped 31%, so it's quite significant. Semi-detached homes went up by 6%, and the sales dropped by 42%. So the current trend right now for the city of Toronto, more people are coming back into the city, coming back into the office, coming back to working in person, and not just from home. And so townhomes and condo apartments are actually seeing higher demand than semi-detached and detached. So the average price for condo townhouses went up by 12%, while the activity went down by 45%. Condo apartments went up by 7% in price, 39% down in sales. Another thing worth mentioning is that with more people coming back into the city, the rental market is rampant right now, and some listings are actually getting multiple offers. So the market is quite hot there. Currently, the market is changing very rapidly. So year-over-year statistics may or may not be the greatest tool that we possess right now. So we're starting to look at the market as it changes month over month, and here you're actually seeing quite drastic changes. And so detached homes went down by 9% in price from May, and sales dropped 8%. Semi-detached dropped by 6% in price from May, and sales went down by 22%. Now here's where you actually see that the condo townhouses and condo apartments performing a little bit better than freehold properties. So condo townhomes went down by 2% since May, with only 1% down in sales, and condo apartments went down by 3% from May, with only 8% down in sales. The statistics are quite similar outside of the city and in the GTA. Detached homes went up year over year by 3% in price, while the sales came down by 42%. Semi-detached went up by 7% in price and dropped 40% in sales. Condo townhouses went up by 9%, dropped by 42% in sales. Condo apartments went up by 9% as well, with a 40% decrease in sales year over year. Now, looking at month-per-month statistics, the detached homes went down by 6%, and the sales prices also went down by 11% since May. Semi-detached homes went down by 7% and dropped also by 16% in sales. Finally, condo townhomes went down by 4% in price and only just by 1% in sales since May, and condo apartments went down by 3% in price and 9% down in sales month over month. So now let's chat about what this means for both the buyers and the sellers. I'm going to start with the buyers. And the first thing that the buyers probably shouldn't be doing in this market conditions is timing the market. There are opportunities out there. There are people who are looking to sell and they must sell right now, that they cannot wait until the market rebounds. Opportunities galore, guys. So timing the market is not encouraged at all. And in fact, we actually don't know how things are going to change month over month. The inflation might come down. The interest rate hikes may not be as aggressive. We just don't know how any of this will play out. And so there is opportunity out there. It's better to seize it right now than be sorry later. Now, speaking of people who are waiting to make their move, aka timing the market, there are people out there who are able to afford higher interest rates. And most likely those people will sit on the sidelines and wait until the subsequent interest rate hikes in the anticipation of the property prices to drop so that they can buy it at a cheaper price, although the higher interest rate. And if that's true, then we're probably will see a bit of an uptick in demand come fall. So it is anticipated that the summer months this year will be slower, but when the next interest rate hikes will take place, we're probably looking at a busier market in the fall. Another important point to mention here is that the rental market right now is on fire. The rental rates went up by more than 20% since last year. People are trying to get into the rental market. People are trying to outbid each other. Bidding wars are rampant right now, and the rental rates are becoming more and more expensive, while the property prices are dropping. So one could argue that it could be a really good idea to actually put your monthly payments towards home ownership rather than the rental market. So again, we're probably going to be seeing a little bit of an uptick in the demand from people who were trying to get into the rental market, realized that it may not be a good idea and decided to go for home ownership instead. Now, let's chat about what this current situation means for the sellers. And the first thing I want to mention is that the price valuation should be the backbone of your strategy. And this is going to be a very important part of your marketing strategy as a whole. So before going on the market, make sure to get an evaluation on your property. And it's actually not an easy task to do in the market that we find ourselves in right now. Things are literally changing week over week. And so getting a help from a professional who is in the market, who knows the trends and what is happening pretty much on a daily basis is very important. Secondly, how you present your listing into the market is extremely important as well. So for example, take an HDR photography, walkthroughs, videos, drone shots, staging, and if not staging, then perhaps virtual staging are all very important parts of the equation, especially when you are competing with so many listings. There are a lot more listings out there, not as much demand as before. So buyers are leafing through dozens of listings every day to find themselves a property. And your job as a seller is to make sure that your listing pops in front of their eyes and outshines the other listings that perhaps were taken with a little cell phone and with bad lighting. Unfortunately, there's a lot of listings like that, but perhaps it's fortunate for those sellers who are looking to sell right now, because your listing will look a lot better than others. The third part I want to talk about is advertising online. While MLS is part of that advertising, and your listing will be auto-populated on many real estate websites like Zillow, Zoocasa, House Sigma, condos.ca, you name it, your listing will be there automatically after the paperwork is submitted to MLS. Advertising online on Facebook, on Google, on Instagram is also very important, and you actually will be able to attract more leads and more eyes onto your listing. And again, it's a very good way to promote your listing in this market, and just make it stand out a little bit more. Finally, offline marketing can also play a really big role in the sale of your home. Again, you want to expose it to as many people as possible, and why not do this with open houses, with flyers, and with street signage, so that people who are on the street can see your listing and inquire about it. It's still and will be a really good tactics to attract a potential buyer. Anyway, guys, I hope this was informative and helpful for you to make your own opinions and decisions in this real estate market that we find ourselves in. But if you would like to chat a little bit more about the market trends, and where we're going next, feel free to reach out. All my contact info is below. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.